Hello, first grade. Today's story is called Sonny the Lucky Bunny. And you're going to need your story elements packet again. We will be doing the character chat once we finish reading the story. Okay, so go ahead and grab that and a pencil, and we will do that just as soon as we finish reading it. So today's story is called Sonny the Lucky Bunny. This is a really old book. This used to be my mom's book. It's a great little story. I think you'll really like it. Sonny the Lucky Bunny, story by Marsha Martin, pictures by Art Seaton. Sonny the Bunny was the youngest of a large family of rabbits. Indeed, it was such a large family that little Sonny, who could only count to 10, never did find out how many brothers and sisters he had. Sonny looked very much like the rest of his family. He had 2 ears that flopped when he hopped and a little button nose that wiggled. But Sonny the Bunny had one thing that none of his brothers or sisters had, and that was a strange mark on the bottom of his left hind foot. It looked just like a 4-leaf clover. Since 4-leaf clovers are supposed to be lucky, everyone said that Sonny must be a very lucky rabbit indeed. Can you see the 4-leaf clover on his foot? But Sonny didn't think so. In fact, he thought he was unlucky. All his brothers and sisters had wonderful adventures in the big forest nearby. But poor Sonny had to stay home because he was the youngest. Sonny would say to his mother, "Please, Mother, can't I have just one small adventure? After all, I'm supposed to be a lucky rabbit, so how could anything bad happen to me?" But his mother would shake her head and say, "Not yet, Sonny, not until you're a little older." One day, all of Sonny's brothers and sisters went off to play, and Mother Rabbit and Sonny were left alone. Mother Rabbit was beginning to make a big, beautiful pie for supper when she found that she didn't have enough carrots. He's helping her in the kitchen. Do you help at home when people are making dinner? Do you help make dinner? "I must go down the road and get more carrots," she said. "I'll be back soon, Sonny. Be a good little rabbit while I'm gone." As Sonny watched his mother go down the road, he had a wonderful idea. Today would be just the day to go to the big forest, he said to himself. "Of course, I won't really go in. I'll just go to the edge." So off he hopped, his 2 ears flopping, his button nose wiggling, and a nice big carrot in his back pocket, in case he should get hungry. Soon he reached the soft green carpet of moss at the edge of Big Forest. He hopped once, and he hopped twice. It was so delightful hopping on the springy green carpet of moss that before he knew it, he had gone into the big forest. And there, coming toward him, was a big, brown, lonesome-looking lion. What do you think is going to happen with Sonny the Bunny and this lion? Can you make a prediction? Make a prediction. Save it and then see if your prediction came true. What do you think is going to happen with this lion? "Are you the lonesome lion?" asked Sonny. He was not one bit afraid because the lion had such a kind face. "Yes, I am," answered the lion, and the corners of his mouth turned so far down that he looked as though he were ready to cry. "There is nobody in this part of the forest to play with, and if I go outside, everybody runs away from me. It makes me very sad, and I get so lonesome." And the lion's eyes filled with tears. "Don't cry, lonesome lion," said Sonny the Bunny. "I'll play with you. Do you know how to dance in a ring?" The lion shook his head. "But I'd like to learn," he said eagerly. So Sonny reached high on his tiptoes, took the lion's big paws in his, and they danced round and round in a circle. "Oh, I just remembered all of my sweet little first graders and first grade friends that would go outside and play at recess and spin around together, just like Sonny the Bunny and the Lonesome Lion. Faster and faster they went until Sonny cried, "Stop, stop!" But the Lonesome Lion was so happy to have someone to play with that he just kept going round and round, swinging poor little Sonny higher and higher into the air. Suddenly, the lion let go, and Sonny found himself sailing over the treetops. Finally, he started to fall, turning somersaults through the air until he landed at last on the soft green carpet of the big forest. This soft moss is just as good for falling as it is for hopping, thought Sonny. Slowly, he turned himself right side up and felt all over for broken bones. I guess I am lucky because I'm not hurt a bit, but I think one adventure is enough for this little rabbit, and I better go home now. He is a lucky little rabbit. Is that what you thought would happen with Sonny the Bunny and the Lonesome Lion? What did you think was going to happen? When I first read the story, I thought the Lonesome Lion was going to try to eat the bunny, but I was wrong. That's not what happened. If your prediction was not correct, that's okay. That's what predictions are for. We just take a big guess. In the distance, Sonny saw something shining. Thinking that might be the way out of the big forest, he hurried off to the spot. But it wasn't the way out at all. It was Looking Glass Lake. When Sonny bent down to get a drink, the water was so clear that he could see himself in it. My, I'm a handsome little rabbit, thought Sonny as he looked at himself in the water. He smoothed his fur and wiggled his nose and straightened his floppy ears. But much to his surprise, one ear continued to flop. Sonny straightened it, but again it flopped. "Ah, me," thought Sonny, "that must have happened when I fell down. Well, I guess that's what I get for playing games with a lion." He sat down on a tree stump to try to think of a way to get out of the forest. He reached into his back pocket and pulled out the carrot. As he took the first bite, he suddenly remembered the carrot pie that Mother was making. "It's so dark in this forest, it may be long past supper time," he sighed. He took another bite of carrot, and a big rabbit tear rolled down his cheek. Sonny sat there on the stump, crying and chewing until he had finished the whole carrot. Suddenly, the forest seemed much lighter. "Why, that must be because I ate the carrot," exclaimed Sonny. There, right in front of him, was a path of 4-leaf clovers he had not seen before. "These look just like the clover mark on my foot," he thought. "And if one 4-leaf clover is supposed to be lucky, a lot of 4-leaf clovers will help me should be even luckier. I wonder if they will help me find my way home." He hopped along the path, and sure enough, it led him through the trees to the very edge of the big forest. "Oh, I know how to get home now," exclaimed Sonny, and off he ran to his own little house. He's very lucky, isn't he? And there, waiting for him, were Mother Rabbit and all his brothers and sisters. He ran straight into Mother Rabbit's arms. "Oh, Mother," he sobbed, "I thought I'd never see you again." And his brothers and sisters cried, "We looked and looked for you, and we were worried. You didn't go into the big forest, did you?" Before he could answer, Mother Rabbit said, "What happened to your ear?" Sonny hung his head, and his floppy ear flopped even lower. "Yes, I did go into the forest," he admitted, and then he told everyone about his adventure. What a big adventure it was, too. Now, if you ever happen to meet a rabbit with one floppy ear, a carrot in his back pocket, and a 4-leaf clover on his left hind foot, you'll know that he is Sonny the Bunny, a very lucky little rabbit who had a wonderful adventure in the big forest. All right, so we're going to do this character chat about Sonny the Lucky Bunny. Oh. All right, so the first spot on this character chat says, "This is what the character looks like." So in this spot right here, you're going to draw a picture of Sonny the Bunny, the Lucky Bunny. Here's another picture of him. So if you want to pause the video so that you can draw your picture, go ahead and pause. Or you can, if you can remember what each spot is, you can wait till the very end to do yours, okay? The character's name, so you're going to write Sonny the Lucky Bunny. You can just write the word Sonny. The character's name, it goes in the star, is Sonny. Okay. And then here's a place for words to describe this character. And let's think of some words that might describe Sonny the Bunny. So I would say he is fluffy. And I think Sonny the Bunny is adventurous. I also think that he is brave because he went into that forest all by himself. I think that he's very kind because he was very kind and caring to the lonesome lion. He's caring. Those are words I might describe. Oh, I almost forgot. He has that 4-leaf clover on his left back paw. So I would say 4-leaf clover on his paw. That's a very, very distinctive mark that he has. There weren't any other bunnies that had that mark. Do you have a birthmark maybe? I have some birthmarks or a freckle that's different than anybody else's. Miss Hooker, I've got a freckle. Is it this side? Right here. And I've got 2 little freckles right here under my eye. I have some birthmarks too, so little patches of skin that look different that other people don't have. You might have a birthmark yourself. So you can either pause the video or remember, because I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase this part, so if you want to pause the video now so that you can write down, or you can just remember and do it yourself later, okay? So I'll give you a second to pause. Oh, and of course, you can add other things as well. So if you came up with things that were different, go ahead and try your best to write those. Remember, you don't have to write them perfectly or spell perfectly to put them on your paper, okay? And this is the part that is words to describe this character where the little pencil is, okay? Right there. All right, give you a second. Okay, moving right along. On the bottom left, it says, right here, it says, what happens to the character? So what happens to him? He goes to the forest. He goes to the forest, and then after he goes to the forest, he meets the lion. And he gets lost. And then he finds his way home. If you want to choose one of these things to write in this box, I know it's a pretty tiny box. You could choose one thing to write in the box. What is your favorite thing that happened to Sonny the Bunny? So go ahead and choose your favorite thing, and then pause the video or remember what your favorite thing was so that you can write it when we're finished. Okay, so I'll give you a second to pause. All right. Then let's get started on the last one. Now the last one is pretty simple. It says, do you like the character? Do you like the character? Oh, I do like Sonny the Bunny. I think he's such a sweet, kind bunny, and he cared about that lion being lonesome and wanted to play with him, and He seems like he would be a good friend. So I would write, yes, I do like him. And then you can write the reason for whether you do or you do not like him. So yes, I like him, or no, I do not, and then put a reason why, okay? I'll give you a second to do that. You can either pause or wait until the end to complete that part of it. All right, and that completes our character chat over the story, Sonny the Lucky Bunny. Thanks for joining me today. Miss you, first grade.